Hey guys, I was going to go for a run today, but it's been raining for the past 2 days and the trails are trashed. There's my boy Spanky. So I thought I would go for a ruck today on the street in front of the house. Now I've been rucking for, I don't know, past couple of years. I don't think I filmed anything yet though. So today we're just going to go a couple miles. That's probably about it. My legs are tired. I did a long run yesterday. And I'll show you what I use for rucking. All right, what I use is just a really old Gregory Shasta backpack that I've had for 25 years probably, and Spanky loves it. And then I usually, this is a 30-pound kettlebell. I'll go anywhere from 25 to 40. It just depends. With a 40-pounder, it's tough. I have a hard time. Hips, back, everything starts hurting. So today, 30 pounds, Gregory Shasta backpack, and probably I don't know, depends on how I feel, 2.5 miles. All right, for shoes, I use these Obes, I don't know how to say them, Obos, that I got at the secondhand store. Like most everything else I own, it's old and secondhand, but they're hiking shoes. Unfortunately for me, they're slightly too narrow and they hurt my feet after a little while, but they're fine to hike for a few miles or ruck for a couple of miles. And they're a lot more supported than tennis shoes, especially with extra weight on my back. But I've done it in running shoes. I've done it in regular shoes. These just feel slightly better. And so getting ready to pack up and take off. All right, so we're off. Where I'm just walking in this street here in front of the house, and with 30 pounds I weigh between 150 and 155. That represents a little less than 20% of my body weight, and it feels pretty good. I can usually average on a good day 17 minutes a mile, and I feel good about that. Sometimes my knee hurts, sometimes my hip hurts, but overall it's generally a pretty good workout. It's a nice warm day after the tropical storm came through. Just everything wet. And with that said, we're off. First mile came in about 18 minutes, which is not too bad. I feel okay today. And generally when I'm rucking, my heart rate is anywhere from 95 to 110, just depending on where I'm walking or hills. And I don't know if that's even part of the math or if it's too low, but I typically just use this for some knee rehabilitation and just some general calorie burning. But it's a good day off when I'm only hiking 30. And still nice and warm today, still very humid after the storm. But it is beautiful and we'll keep going. All right, so I know they make specialized backpacks for rucking. A bunch of different brands, Go Ruck, others. But if you've watched any of my other videos, you know I'm kind of cheap when it comes to gear. I usually only buy used gear. It's all I can afford. And this backpack I actually bought brand new, but many years ago when my wife and I used to go backpacking a lot. And it serves a purpose well. It fits me good still and holds the weight kind of low where I need it. It's got a good hip belt, I think, which that's pretty much all you need for rucking. And it does the job. So I can't really see upgrading until this breaks, and it's lasted this long, so I imagine it'll last another 20 years. All right, so I felt good and decided to take the scenic route, add a little bit of time, and come back on the railroad track. One thing you kind of have to know about my area is the roads are terrible for biking, running, hiking, anything where you have to do, there's rarely any shoulder, and a lot of people drive around with trailers wider than their vehicle. So I don't know, countless times I've had to jump in a ditch, jump over a ditch, just to avoid being run over by a trailer. So the railroad track is always a nice place to get away from the road. I don't think the train runs on Saturday. If it does, I'll hop over to the side. This does have a bit of shoulder. But we're gonna go for 3.5 miles. Feel good, knees doing good. Just loving being out here today. Great day. Almost 3 miles in, coming to the last little section of railroad track, and I love walking on the railroad track. I grew up, our lot, my mom's lot, technically started in the middle of the railroad track and went back to the woods. And I grew up riding the train home if I could, walking on the railroad track as long as you could. I just loved it. I'm very comfortable around railroad tracks and just enjoy walking on them. Takes me back kind of to my childhood. We're coming to the end, another half mile or so, and we'll be done. All right, guys, that was a good hour, 4-minute ruck, about 3.5 miles, and felt great. Weather was beautiful. So before I take all this off, I'm going to see if I can do a pull-up or two with this 30 pounds plus maybe 5 pounds a pack. Still working towards that 20. So here goes. I think 3 will do.